In this video, we are going to be learning about the structure of a simple C++ program. That is the default program that we see when we open a new project. So when you see a new project, there are some default lines of code written inside. Let me just explain to you, if you are a beginner, what those lines of codes mean. Okay, so this is it. Any new project you open, you are going to see these default lines of codes written inside. Let's take them one after the other. Hashtag include IO stream. The hashtag here is a preprocessor directive, whilst the include here is a preprocessor command. Together, they are used. So when we write hashtag, we just tell C++ we are coming to use a directive, or we are coming to give a command, a preprocessor command, right? And then the command is that we want to access the IO stream header file. So the IO stream is a header file, and anytime we are using header files, they are written inside this greater than, less than signs. In between them, we have our header file written. This header file contains certain useful functions that we'll be using in our program. There are a lot of header files. The I here means input, the O here means output. So this directive can also be read as hashtag include input output stream. Let's go to the next lines of code, which is line 3. Using namespace standard. The using namespace standard tells C++ we'll be using a library, and this library is called standard. So this is a standard library. C++ has different types of libraries, but to access the standard library, we must first tell C++ we are going to be using input output stream file header, because the standard library can be found inside the input output stream. So if you want to access this standard library, you must first use this input output stream, because without the input output stream, we can't use the standard library. So that is what these two commands means. These two commands means, hey C++, I want to access the standard library that is found inside the header file input output stream. The integer main function here, you see, this is a function. The first part of the function is the data type, which we'll be learning next. Then the name of the function, and this is open parenthesis. This open and close parenthesis just shows us that we've opened a parameter. This is where the beginning of the code starts, and this is where it ends. Now inside these curly brackets, the main code is written. This is our statement, and that's where the main code is written. Okay, when we are writing statements, we use the directive cout to output something for the user. So if you want the user to see something, you use cout so that the user can see whatever you are writing or you are displaying to him or her. This is called an insertion operator. Then this is just statement. Whatever is inside this quotation marks, the hello world, is what the user is going to see. So whenever you want to print out something to the user, you use the cout, which is found inside the standard library, which is in the header file, input output header file. Okay, the return 0. The return 0, at the site of the return 0, C++ knows that we are done with our code or whatever we are going to execute. So when C++ finishes checking your codes and it reaches this place, it knows that we are done. So it is going to display 0 to you. It's going to display 0 to you, the user, to indicate that the program has successfully been run. Why is it indicating 0? It is indicating 0 because the data type of the main function is integer, and 0 is an integer. So when you use 1, it will work. When you use 2, it will work. When you use -9, it will work. But when you use a is not an integer, so it is not going to work. This is just how a simple C++ program looks like. This is all that is going on when we run programs. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.